Okay, so welcome to the Google Software Engineer new grad interview. First of all, can you tell me about what you know about Google?
Yeah, basically, I know Google in a very long time ago because, I think it's in like more than 10 years ago in China. We can also use Google. But after maybe, I think it's in 2012 and it is banned in China. But I still remember the days I used Google to search on the internet. That's a very useful and powerful search engine comparing to the some other common search engines in China like Baidu, which is sometimes they put a lot of advertisement on that pages. Um, so and when I went into college, I used I think it's called Google Cloud. Yeah, the you provide a very powerful cloud platform, and in some of my courses, like CS320, which is a Python web development course, I use Google Cloud to build my backend platform to, run my application. Yeah, so I think that's how I contact with Google service. Yeah.
Nice. So in terms of this position, so why do you choose to apply? So where do you see your career moving?
Yeah. Basically, I think Google has really good products in all fields. And personally, I'm a fan of Google. I use Google and search engine. I use Google Plus, but although it's now, shut down, but I think I created my Google Plus account in 2014, which is very early in a lot of in my peers, I think. And I also use uh, Google Cloud, I mentioned before, and Google Drive. I store a lot of, data and my personal information in that. Um, so if I can, if I could work in Google, I would feel really, proud. And I also know that, the uh, welfare in Google and the atmosphere in Google is really good. So that's also another reason which made me want to be a part of Google's members. Yeah.
Nice. So I'm looking at your resume right now. So there are some interesting experience you have. So can you name your biggest achievement in computer science in your past life?
Biggest achievement. Let me think. Uh, yeah, I think the most events or projects are made small scale, not very not a there's no large scale application or software, but I think one thing I can talk about is I used to work in the fintech uh, financial technology company in Shanghai, and in that company I worked with several people uh, to develop a forex. I mean the forex selling system where we let the users to buy and sell their forex quote in that system, and which also use the I think it's called uh, HPCC, which stands for perception. I mean high precision conjunction control protocol, which is a new protocol rather than the older H, UDP or uh, it is uh, it is similar to UDP, but it will be much more faster in the uh, local network. So the company provide the API for us, and my job is to build a demo program where we can show the power of that protocol and its API. And I think it took me about 2 months, and I built a really fast and multi-thread program where we can, like the program communicate with server in the speed of I think it's 400,000 transactions per second, which is really fast. So I think that is one of the most achievement I made before. And I also think in that experience, I learned a lot of, multi-processing or, multi-thread development skills. And that is really, made me improve. Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me about a challenge or conflict you faced at your past jobs or projects? How do you solve them?
I mean, challenge.
Yeah.
What kind of challenge?
Yeah, it depends. It can
It's
either be a
technical word.
yeah, it can either be a technical problem or or a problem with your colleagues or with your professors or anything. Yeah.
Let me think about it. So I think one challenge is that when I was developing that program I mentioned just now, the Forex code system, there's a I met a bug when I developed it, which is caused by the I think it's called deadlock, which is a multi-thread problem, and it's just pop up like a runtime bug, runtime error. So it's very hard for me to find what's going wrong, what's going incorrect, and I try to use the debug tool to make breakpoints and step through, but I took almost 1 day to figure it out, but I think I failed in the end. I have to tell my technical manager to I report this issue because I cannot figure it out by myself. And in the end, he took charge of this, and helped me together to find it out. So one thing I learned from this is that sometimes if you really cannot, solve a problem or, deal with something, you need to report it in time rather than, just try to and, waste of time. So I think that's one experience, a challenge I met before.
Nice. Last question. Do you require visa sponsorship in the future?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I have some coding challenges for you. The one is relatively easier. If we solve it quickly, we can move on to the next question. So I'll send the link in the chat.
Okay.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sharing.
Okay.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, sure. Perfect.
Okay. Let me read the question first. A subsequence given 2 strings S and T. Okay, we got 2 input and return true if as a subsequence of T or false otherwise. And here's a definition of subsequence. It's a new string that is formed from the original string by, deleting some or nothing of the characters without disturbing the relative position.
Yeah.
Okay. So ACE could be a substring of ABCD because we have ACE and it's in sequence. Okay. And AEC is not. Okay. 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 One idea I think about now is to use two pointers. One is starting from the beginning of S, and the other is starting from beginning of T. And we must match the first, first letter to continue. So okay.
Yeah, sure.
So match beginning. Letters, and then we need to move the pointers. So let's start with that. Okay, we got a pointer one.
So before you are coding, so do you have any idea, what the time complexity will be?
Oh, I think the time complexity would be order n if the n is the length of the t. So
Sure.
yeah, because
Let's
we just go from the beginning to the end. That's a longest the most complex case. So on
sure.
average it would be n over 2, and it's also order n.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, it's not pointer 1, it's pointer 2. And we will start. So we need to move pointer 1 from the first letter to the last. And also we need to move the pointer 2 from the first position, and it cannot exceed the length of the t string t. So t dot length. I put this on the at the first and put it on the second because pointer 2 will go faster, and pointer 1 is always inside of the length of s. But if pointer 2 got the end first, we just stop and return.
Okay, you mean
false.
You mean the length of s is always less than the length of t, so you put length of s behind, and that will make.
And also pointer 2 will go faster because we need to match the letters in T to S rather than inverse.
Yeah, sure.
And if we need to check if match. So, and also we need to stop sometime to return. So this is just all letters matched. When all letters matched, the pointer 1 will go to the last position, just like this, and we return true. So we need to move. Okay, move pointer or increase pointer, whatever. And not all the time pointer 1 will increase. Only if we match, the pointer 1 will increase. So if s.charadd pointer 1 equals, no, it's not JavaScript, t.charadd pointer 2. So this is the case we match the letters. First, we need to move pointer 1 forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, let me see. In this case, I'll start with A, and this case we, start 0, 0 and matched. Okay, now it's go to B, pointer 1 to B, and pointer 2 to H. Okay, and in this case, it will not match. If it's not matched, we just move pointer 2. Okay, now B. Okay, match it again. Okay, and looks correct. So when the pointer 1 will go, to the last position. Sorry. Here I need to, yeah. And here I need to use this. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, let me see.
Okay.
Compel arrow pointer 2.
Yeah, it's a string,
Right. Yeah, it's a string, not the char array. So we need to call the method instead of the attribute. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I press Ctrl+S. I should not. Okay.
Yeah.
And let me use more cases. Okay, looks correct. Submit. Oh, I forgot the
edge cases.
Yeah, edge cases. So if any of the two is empty, or now we should just return false because there's no need to check.
Well, if S is true and T is not.
Yeah, right.
Is
if S is S is nothing or S is null, we can return true. But if T is nothing, we should return false.
Yeah, you're right. Or you can just check if, as the length is strictly smaller than or equal to T length.
Yeah, but if right. Let me see. Okay, S will not be null, so all right.
Yeah.
Let me make a little change. I think there's no need to consider T with the edge cases because I think it will handle that because we have it here. Okay. Oh, okay.
Great. Yeah, it's a really good solution. It looks good to me. And before I going on to the second question, so I want to ask a small question. So there are 3 ways to traverse the binary tree, and what are they?
Yeah, 3 ways to traverse. Of course, they are pre-order, in order, and post-order. Right.
Yeah. So for example, the pre-order traversal. So what are the sequence? Can you describe briefly?
Yeah, the order, the order is related to the position of the root node. We can consider a tree recursively, and each tree has a right subtree and the left subtree and the root, and the order is just how we go to the road in the order. So the pre-order is we first visit the root and then maybe left and the right, and in order or mid order, whatever, is to put the sequence of the root inside of the left subtree and the right subtree, and the post order is just put the visit the root in the last. Yeah.
Nice. So this question, it will slightly change, is a completely new, but, very similar the type of traversal. So you can have a look. I'll send the link in the chat.
Okay, let me have a look. Binary tree level order traversal. Okay, let me read the question first. Given the root of the binary tree, return level order. Okay, level order traversal means,
yeah.
So this is first level, and okay, second level, third level.
Yeah.
Left, right. Okay, and also we need to from left to right. Okay, level by level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we can use a queue or stack to go through this question. I think queue or stack will also will both works, but here I use this queue.
Sure.
So my idea is to use a queue, because queue is first in, first out, and if we go from the we put 9 first and 20 first, it will go out from 9 and then 20, and we just go level by level. I mean, if we visit one level, we put all the second level nodes to that queue, and we then use that queue to visit all the second levels node until we got until we got nothing. So that's my idea. Use a queue.
Sure.
Okay. So we need to create a queue. Okay. Also here we need to put integer, because no, let me see. So it's tree node, it's not integer. Queue, I think is it a linked list, or I think linked list can be a queue, I think, if I
that's
right.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so and now we got a queue, and we need to go from the start, which is root. Also, we need to check, can root be root can be nothing. So we need to consider the edge case. If root is null, here we just return an empty list. Okay. Here we can also define the list first. If the root is null, we just return the empty result.
In Java, when you define a collection framework, the object, that it will always contain a bracket.
Oh, right. Sorry for that. I just now we need to go through the.
You don't understand what I'm saying. So the when you define the collection framework, it will always contain a bracket in the end of statements. You see, there's a
bracket.
After the linked list, it should be another bracket.
Oh, it's just a typo. It's just a typo. I know that. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. and we first put the root inside the queue. I forgot it's add or put. I think it's add. Let me try. If it's compile error, then it's put or push. Okay, miss something. Oh, we have no returns.
I think you can just return res in this case.
Yeah, add is right. Add is right.
Yeah,
I just need to check if it is correct to use add, because sometimes we use put, sometimes we push, sometimes we use add. It's always confused for me. So confusing. So while we need the while loop, if the queue is not empty, we need to get the length of it. Oh, it's size. It's size. Okay. Now we need to get a level of it.
Yeah.
So in order to store the data, we also need the list. And here we should put level. And after that, add the list to result. So okay. And is for I think it's pop. We need to get the node. So
well, pop is the method
Oh.
stack. Yeah.
Yeah, stack. So it's pick. Oh, it's front, or it's not. Let me think. I think it's also pop, if I was correct.
No, it's actually peak.
But peak can only get it,
Or
get it first,
yeah.
but it cannot remove that. But pop
Oh, you
can
want to
remove.
remove that?
Yeah, of course, I
yeah,
need to remove.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I cannot travel the second level. So we should get the tree node. Here we will remove that and return that to this node. And if we get that, okay, the indent is incorrect. Exactly. Okay. Get that, we should put the value to the temp. It's small. So let me go through this algorithm. First, we put 3 here, and we got a new empty result. And since 3 is not there, now we pass through, and now we have a queue where we put the first. We put the 3 to the queue, and now our queue is not empty, so we went into the loop body, and the size first will be 1. Now we got a temp list, and since it's 1, we will go into this small loop and we got this node, and we put the value to that temp. Okay, now we finish the first level. After that, we put the temp to the result. Looks correct. Yeah. And in the end, we need to return result. We can use the temp case to have a look. Oh no. Okay. Sometimes the node is a null. So if it is the case, we need to pass it.
Yeah, I'm glad you figured it out on your own.
We should just go pass through it instead of add that. Oh, we can write like this. It's not, if it's not a null, we add the value. If it's null, we do nothing. Yeah, now it looks correct.
Yeah.
So it's empty. It's instead of empty. You know, Java have really weird standard. Sometimes it's called empty. I think stack it used empty, but here Q it used is empty.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not a pop. Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's either a pole or a peak. Yeah.
Pole? You mean like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see. Okay.
Yeah,
I think go to the first
overall,
level.
You are in the right direction, but there are some details we need to.
Yeah, fix. Let me check. So we definitely got the root, like 3. Oh yes, I forgot to, you know. I mean, add the next level. Add a node from, of next level. I forgot this step. Okay, and if it's not now, we need to put this left and right node to this queue.
Okay.
Both left and right. And we need to put left first because we need to go from left to right. So node dot, it's called L or R left, it's left. And node dot right. Okay. Oh, we also need to, we also need to, consider the last level, which is let me think. Yeah, here we shouldn't always add the temp because sometimes the temp is empty. If it's empty, we shouldn't add it. So
well, what happens if the left node or the right node is null?
What? Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, it's like, if there is a node, it has a left child, but the right child is not null. How would you handle
but
the case?
I didn't. Yeah. I shouldn't. I mean, there's no need to check that because I checked the case here instead of outside. So it's not
the node itself is not null, but it has a null left child, but it has a not null right child. You know what I mean?
But I put both of them.
Okay.
If we will see. Just wait a second.
Yeah.
I think the size shouldn't be 0. Then we add. Other case, we shouldn't add. Okay. Okay, pass. I got what you mean. You mean here, but we check the condition here instead of outside the like here or here. I judge the node. I don't need to judge its left
sure.
or right subtree.
I guess what you mean. Yeah. I threw this question just to test you,
Okay.
Okay. That's pretty great performance. Do you have any questions about our company or our application process?
Yeah, if I would have a chance to be a member of your company, be part of Google. So what skills or what should I prepare for this? I mean, it could be technical skills I need to prepare or something else. I just want to know.
So we will notify the decision to you in about 7 business days, and and then we will, if you got selected, we will told you about next steps, about which team you will choose, and you can choose your teams based on your preference, based on your own tech stacks. So we will probably figure it out later.
Okay.
Sure.
I think that's all my questions.
Okay, sure, perfect. And hopefully you can, join our team, and see you next time, maybe.
Yeah, thank you. See you. Recording stop.